Every season, Formula 1 takes 23 of the world's greatest drivers and Romain Grosjean and puts them head to head in some of the most technically advanced and fastest cars on the planet. However, behind each of these cars is of course the huge team of engineers, researchers, pit crews, PR teams, logistical people, just to name a few. And of course, the top of each of these teams is the team principal, the man or woman in charge of the team and the one who's held accountable when it all goes tits up. So today I was wondering what would happen if we took these team principals, and in some cases team bosses, okay, allow it, put them all in equal cars and made them race. Who would come out on top? Well, let's find out, shall we?
I said today, I'ma go out my way. I'ma find some better words to say. I'ma dapper down, yeah, I look so clean. Swear the grass has never looked this green.
Also, quickly before we start, when I was researching this video, I found that F1 have actually written an article about this topic, so some of this info will be shamelessly stolen directly from that. So thanks, Greg Stewart, you saved me a lot of time here, lad. So we'll start in last place and work our way up. And rounding out the field, we have Cyril Abiteboul. Now, Cyril has zero racing experience from what I can find. He's just an engineer at heart, so I can't really see him putting out much of a challenge. Plus, he hates losing, so I'm basically just putting him in last place on the off chance he sees this video to annoy him. Go on, lad, protest this. Ninth place now, we have Frederick Vasseur. Just like Cyril, the next few names we'll mention, he has no actual racing experience. Yeah, the main reason I think he'll finish this low down is because he's old. Man's 52, so I don't know, might have a bad back or something. Mattia Binotto, also just from an engineering background with no real racing experience. And with Ferrari doing this strategy, he's got no hope really. So I'm saying he's finishing 8th. In 7th, we have Gunther Steiner. He also has zero racing experience, but he is very temperamental. So I'm saying he'd probably get a bit argy-bargy with people. So he'd probably just take out everyone else who don't beat them on speed alone. Now, the final team boss without any real racing experience is Mrs. Claire Williams. Now, I know she's not team boss anymore, but when I wrote this script, she was, so just allow it, alright? Now, we all know females can't drive, but Claire does have racing in her DNA. So I'm saying her Williams blood will come through and she'll beat all other bosses with no experience of racing. 6th place overall, but you know, that's still not bad. So now we're moving on to the big boys, the top 5, all of which have racing experience of some sort, which all vary in terms of success or level, but we'll get to that. And coming home in 5th is none other than Racing Point team boss Otmar Schnaff. Just Otmar, I don't know how you're gonna say his last name. Now, Otmar's race career was short-lived, and to be brutally honest, far from successful. He started racing in the early 90s and competed in 4 seasons of American Formula 4, yet ended his career quite abruptly after crashing during qualifying for the 1995 Indianapolis 500 support race in a rented car. That's not gone well, has it? On to 4th place now, and we have what may be a surprise for some people, AlphaTauri boss Franz Tost. Now, unlike Otmar, Tost was much more successful in his attempt to make it as a pro racing driver, having been crowned the Austrian Formula 4 champion in 1983, where he'd raced along greats such as Gerhard Berger before packing it in due to convincing himself that he just wasn't made of the right stuff to make it as a pro driver, and then thus moved to team management. Now, despite him being the only one on this list with an open wheel championship to his name, I'm still only saying 4th, mainly due to the fact he's 64, man. Well past his prime. No offense, France, if you're watching. And well, even though he might be more skilled or talented than some of the other drivers, I feel his age may stop him from reaching his full potential, and thus 4th's the best he can do. Saying that though, he definitely still kicked my ass on a race. Onto the podium now, and in 3rd place, I'm saying Zak Brown. The McLaren Racing CEO's racing career began in karting in the late 80s, before then moving to single seaters in the 90s, achieving some decent results, but honestly nothing that special. Since then, he's continued to race in British and German Formula 3, Britcar, the American Le Mans Series, the GT Championship, and many more racing series, all the way up to this day, meaning he's still fairly well practiced and thus should be able to put up a good fight in our race. And so it comes down to just 2. And somehow, as per usual in F1 these days, the 2 teams battling for the win are Red Bull and Mercedes. Yet after careful consideration and intense mathematical calculations, I've concluded that the winner of our theoretical team principal race is Toto Wolff. Yay! Mercedes win again, leaving 2nd place to fall into the hands of Christian Horner. Now, Horner actually reached the highest level of competition out of all of our team principals, working his way up from Formula Renault to Formula 3, Formula 2, before moving his way up to Formula 3000, which is like the equivalent of our Formula 2 now. Yet whilst there, he didn't really have the best results. Think less Max Verstappen, more Scott Speed, only managing 21st and 33rd in the 1997 and 98 seasons respectively. Yet obviously to get to 11 in the first place, he's got to have a decent amount of speed and a good amount of talent, so we can't take that away from him. Like, I feel he really could challenge Toto for the win. It will be close between the 2 of them, yet in true Red Bull fashion, he's most likely just going to miss out, which I'm sure he'll be very happy about. And now on to our race winner. Toto had a very promising racing career which started in the 90s, having to live in a small farmhouse at the now Red Bull Ring, whilst working as a driving instructor at the old Ostrike Ring across the road, just in order to fund his racing ambitions, beginning in the CIB for Cup before moving to Austrian and German Formula 4, where he got some decent results, and even won his class at the Nürburgring 24-hour event in 1994. However, just as he was ready to tip Toto himself up into the next level of racing, the deaths of Senna and Ratzenberger caused his sponsors to pull out from him, abruptly ending his racing career on the spot. Or I guess you could say, oh no, Toto's career took a blow, now he's feeling low. I'm so sorry, I don't even know what that was. And after this, like a bitter ex-girlfriend girlfriend, Toto decided not to mess around with the world of racing for a while, until he finally came back to his mistress that is motorsport in the early 2000s, finishing second in the 2006 Austrian Rally Championship, as well as winning the 2006 Dubai 24-hour race, Italian GT Championship, FIA GT Championship, as well as set a lap record around the Nürburgring in a Porsche. Basically, Toto is rapid. Thus I'm saying he'll hold off everyone else behind him and win our race. Congratulations, Toto. And so, there we have it. Our team principal race somehow provides us with an oddly familiar looking podium for 2020. With Mercedes on top, Red Bull painfully missing out, and a smiley Zach Brown happy again with another podium. And yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you today. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I've been Aiden, this is Mr. NF1, and I'll see you very soon.
I said today, I'ma go out my way. I'ma find some better words to say. I'ma dapper down, yeah, I look so clean. Swear the grass has never looked this green, no.